The paradox of Joe Bartolozzi.
This is Joe Bartolozzi. Loud, raging, screaming. And online, that's how you win. Bigger reactions, bigger personalities, losing control on purpose.
All right, spitting all over the keyboard. Ugh.
The algorithm rewards the loudest version of yourself. And for a while, Joe looked exactly like that. He wore a white beanie, a wife beater, and yelled at things. That was...
Dude, I genuinely despise my old videos, though. Like, I can't watch my content from, like, 2022 and prior. Like, that shit is unfucking bearable, dude. My voice is even more annoying than it is now. I'm, like, so obviously faking the anger, and it's just too over the top. It's, like, stereotypical, like, Jersey Shore Italian. Same fit. I mean, yeah, same fit. Different tank tops, to be fair. Different tank tops. Don't wear the cross anymore. I don't really rock the beanie. Different haircut. Oh my god.
Joe Bart character. But there's another side of him that most creators never show.
I do not currently believe in a singular or one god.
Honest, authentic, and philosophical.
I don't know who I am.
A side of him that, on paper, shouldn't work. I mean, when you're getting 20 million views a video, you don't quit TikTok
20 million views a video.
And switch your major to philosophy. But Joe did, because he decided he wasn't going to let the algorithm force him into a box. And somehow, despite becoming the opposite of who the internet tells creators they're supposed to be, he's completely rebuilt himself into one of the most authentic streamers on the planet. How did that happen? Well,
it was definitely a slow process. I mean, he's probably going to go into this, but like the transition from TikTok to YouTube wasn't immediate. Like, I think he's telling the story right, but I didn't just like pivot from bro, this is a good picture. What the fuck are you talking about? It wasn't an instant pivot from like TikTok to YouTube. Like, that took years. Like, years. I had done TikTok, made no money until like late 2021, then slowly transitioned to Twitch, into YouTube, and then cycled the two back to each other, and then slowly just decreased how much I posted on TikTok. Like, early TikTok, I used to post 5 times a day, and now I don't post at all anymore, really. But it, like, went from 5 times a day to 4 times a day to 3 to 2 to 1 to 1 every other to 3 times a week to once a week to once every other week, and then nothing. Like, that is the order that it went. It was like a slow cutback. Like, that would be the ideal now as well. Like, I wouldn't ever, people are like, oh, when are you going to be done? Like, I wouldn't want to abruptly just be like, oh, I'm done. But it would be like a slow burn, if that makes sense.
Well, it definitely wasn't overnight. Joe Bartolozzi, or as the internet knows him, Joe Bart, was born on February 6, 2002, and raised in small-town New Jersey. He ran track and field in high school, and he was good. I mean, he was really...
That video's so shit, though. Dude, people were watching this, and they were like, bro, you're ass. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I hadn't jumped over a hurdle in fucking 3 years.
He was good. I mean, he was really good. But he was even better at one thing. Entertainment.
Why the entire outside of your toilet is covered in...
Joe understood the strategy to going viral better than anyone else. The early days of TikTok didn't just change content. It changed attention itself.
I didn't understand it. I'm gonna fucking disagree. I didn't understand it at all. I would make... Dude, I actually made more than 5 videos a day now that I'm thinking about it. I used to make like 6 to 8 videos a day, post all of them, and then like maybe 2 would do okay. 1 every other few days would pop off, and then the rest would dud. And I'd just delete them. Like, you missed a number? Yeah, I purposefully skipped that one. But I would, dude, I remember sitting in high school and just like fucking just thinking of dumb rants I could make. And then I got into like, dude, I used to just be all over the place. I made random shit. Didn't really have any niche. Got into the niche of rants. Then I did reacts and kind of stuck with those two for a while. Till transitioning out.
TikTok rewarded interruption. You had seconds.
I would do like random stupid shit like this too.
Literally seconds to make someone stop scrolling before they were gone forever. And Joe's high-octane style was built for this moment. His content exploded. Loud storytelling.
Men's bathroom rules. That was the first. Men's bathroom rules and pronunciation videos were the first two that I did that did well. I made fun of people that said crayon like crown or crayon. And I just went over like basic rules at a urinal where it's like you're supposed to stand one gap urinal away from somebody unless the bathroom's full and there's a line. Like, it was just very basic shit. It wasn't something that was like hyper unique. I think that developed over time. Like, there wasn't really a personality at first. It was more so just I'm just trying to grasp at straws of relatability.
Rage clips, unfiltered reaction that didn't give you
That's when the Queen died. I remember that day.
time to think before you were already laughing. The views started
I was literally I was walking out of the door to go to school because I had philosophy class, and I see on the news like Queen Elizabeth died, and I was like, jaw drop, made a video. That's like one of my best videos, performance-wise. I think it was just because I was one of the first people to say it. Like, I think I literally saw it as it happened.
slowly the white beanie, the wife beater, and the loud crash outs. That stopped becoming
Worst merch I've ever made.
just content. It became identity. Joe Bartolozzi had become a character, and after a while, a character he didn't want to be anymore.
Bro, yeah, I've ranted about that. I think it started to like mend and meld with like me, and I got like more narcissistic and just like, oh God, man. It just became like a weird, like it was like a weird persona where you're kind of like turning it. It was like method acting, but like becoming the character. It was a character, right? Oh! That I had to put on, and I hated it.
But what Joe didn't realize was that he was trapping himself in the exact place he didn't want to be. Once the internet associates you with a specific version of yourself, it rarely lets you escape it. Let me explain. Every big creator has a bit, a trait that makes them instantly recognizable in a crowded feed. Adapt never misses a trick shot. Queso is fat.
Proof that I'm skinny.
Nah, I feel like Queso's known for perfect timing rather than being fat. Like, Queso's jokes aren't even pre-planned. It's just like everything he says fits the exact timing that would be funniest in that moment.
Los has a chipmunk voice. It basically is the blueprint to get viral clips. Find the thing you're known for and play into it.
Marlon's hot.
The internet doesn't reward
What's Marlon's thing? Marlon's very attractive.
complexity at a first glance. It rewards having an instantly recognizable identity. And at the beginning, it feels like a cheat code. The numbers go up, the clips circulate faster, people recognize you in public. You're known for something. But over time, and exactly like it did for Joe, something starts to shift. The bit stops feeling like something you perform and starts feeling like something you owe. What you have to do to get views. And this is what happened to Joe.
That person in that facade I had to do to create that character actually became me.
The anger, the yelling, the beanie, losing control of his emotions on camera. It stopped being a choice and started becoming an expectation. A costume Joe had to put on the moment the camera turned on. And the longer it went on, the harder it became to tell where the
Dude, it wasn't okay. I'm not sitting here and acting like the work was hard. It just like the burnout was so quick. Like, I was posting so many videos, and I used to film like 5 a day, and it got to a point where I would just film once a week, but I'd sit down for like 5 hours with that fuck ass beanie on and just film like 35 videos. Like, I would doom scroll TikTok, pick out like random shit that I could react to, and just genuinely film like 30 to 40 videos in like 5 hours. And then I would just post those over the next week, do the same thing. And it got to a point where like when I really decided, like, I mean, 6 months ago I was posting on TikTok, but I was posting like once every 2-3 weeks or some shit. But like it got to a point where I was like, why am I doing this anymore? Like, I hated it. Like, I don't like making TikToks. Like, every once in a while, maybe there's a rant that I want to do, but I'm like, I could just do it on stream and like rant on stream, or rant in a YouTube video or for a philosophy video, then like sit down and put on the stupid beanie and go, oh, this is what I hate about blank and blank.
Did and where the real Joe began. That's the trap of overnight success. Stay consistent, stay recognizable, stay inside the box the algorithm rewarded you for until it becomes impossible to leave.
Didn't you do it for money? I mean, yeah, but the money wasn't really like the whole point. The money is on YouTube and Twitch. The money isn't on TikTok. Like, it was really just a segue. Like, I'm not sitting here and saying I didn't make money on TikTok, but I was doing TikTok for 2 years before I even made like a dime off my videos. Like, maybe I had a sponsor here or there for like $200, but like there wasn't even a creator fund when I started TikTok. You didn't even get paid for videos. And then when you did, they like juice it initially, and you used to get paid like $100 for 1 million views, and then it went down like so fast. 10K isn't a lot for Joe, by the way. That's not what I said.
But when Joe was faced with this blueprint, he didn't follow it. This is someone pulling hundreds of millions of views off his rage reaction content in a system that rewards repetition above anything else. Most creators at that point would optimize the character. They sharpen it, they scale it, and make it more extreme. Joe did the opposite.
Late 2021, I snapped out of it, and I was like, what the f am I doing?
He switched his major from exercise science to philosophy, started live streaming and posting long videos on YouTube. The same guy who once yelled about how to pronounce the word crayon was now debating free will with his chat, breaking down religion, existentialism, free will, the problem of evil. A new side of Joe nobody had ever seen. And this is where he realized exactly why reinventing yourself isn't easy. 25 million followers on TikTok, 2.2 billion likes, but when his first live stream went live, only 500 people tuned in. Now don't get
Only. I used to shout it out, though. 500 people is still a shitload on Twitch. Yeah, my first live did well, but it dipped after that. Like, if you check my Twitch tracker, I had 500 viewers first live, but, like, I was averaging, like, 150 or 180 or something. Like, I would shout it out, get an influx of people, and then everybody would leave. So, like, whatever I peaked wasn't actually my average just because I was spam promoting my own stream.
Don't get me wrong, this is good for a new streamer, but
it's still crazy.
Wasn't the hype that Joe was expecting. But he started building quickly, and people came to like this new side of Joe.
That's enough to quit your job. If you get 500 views one time and then quit your job, that is the stupidest thing ever.
And once people understood him, that relationship changed entirely. They weren't just watching a character anymore. They were watching his authentic self. And that shift changes everything. His Twitch and YouTube kept growing off that shift. 5,000 average viewers turned into 10,000, then more. Long-form streaming gave something TikTok could never. Space. Space for deep, meaningful conversation. Space for contradiction. Space for moments that don't resolve in 15 seconds. It gave Joe the space he needed to show this new side of him that the short-form algorithm never captured. But the part of Joe's story that most people connect with the most is also what cost him the most.
And then this is where you kind of hit a crossroads.
The internet romanticizes authenticity, but authenticity is dangerous online. The second your content stops being a character and starts becoming your actual thoughts, your actual emotions, your actual life, the line between creator and person starts disappearing. And for Joe, this meant letting everyone into the saddest parts of his life.
Bro, I have chatters that deal with this. Like, I've had chatters that have, like, died of cancer. And they're, like, fucking, like, 15, man.
When you play a character, you can eventually turn it off. The stream ends, the costume comes off, and you go back to being yourself. But Joe stopped hiding behind a character years ago, which means the stream keeps following him, even when the cameras aren't rolling. Most creators
That's gonna make me sad.
would hide these personal moments. Vulnerability usually breaks the performance. It ruins the illusion that everything is under control. But Joe leaves these moments in on purpose. That's the difference. When he cries on stream, it doesn't feel like some calculated moment designed for sympathy. When he talks about
Well, no, and it's like if I crash out on stream, a lot of that's like more for a bit and like maybe some serious. A lot of the time it is serious if I'm fucking tweaking about tech issues or something. But like if I cry on stream, that's real, bro. Like I wouldn't fake being sad. Like I don't know. I just can't. Like I can't act sad. Like if I'm sad, I'm sad, you know? And it's like I feel bad too cuz like I get so many stories. I've said this before. I get so many sad messages from chatters. And like sometimes I'm not getting them. Most of the time I don't really get emotional. I just like, "Oh, I'm sorry." because it hits me in waves, and a lot of the time I'm like numb to it. So like I want y'all to know, like, I really do feel for a lot of the shit you go through. It's just like I'm not gonna get super emotional every time.
Fear of death?
And he said, "I love you, Joe." Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
It doesn't feel like content engineered for engagement. It feels raw in a way the internet usually edits out. And because of that, people stopped feeling like they were watching a content creator. They started feeling like they actually knew him. And that's really the paradox of Joe Bartolozzi. Because on the surface, he looks like the exact type of creator the modern internet was designed for. Loud, chaotic, explosive. Which he still is when he wants to be. But underneath all of that is someone almost completely opposite from the character he started out as.
Your life is still worth living, man. You're in high school. You have so many years ahead of you.
Emotional in a way most creators are terrified to be once millions of people are constantly watching them. And yet, that's the exact reason we watch Joe Bart.
That was a good video, bro. That was a good video. That made me sad. Chat, I need a pee so bad. Coming up like a minute or two, and then we're going to hop into games.